All right, third time's a charm, I guess. I think I finally figured it out. I hope you all are well. Hope your family's well. So, you hopefully have downloaded the notes. I put them on the focus page under resources, and you hopefully have in front of you your unit circle. I also put a copy of that up on the resources page in case you didn't have yours or can't find it. So today we're going to talk about the four trig functions, the four other trig functions we have not learned to graph yet. Sine, we learned before spring break, or whatever you want to call it now. We learned about sine and cosine. Today we're going to graph tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant. Okay? So, bear with me. This is the first one. Let's see how it goes. So, graph one period of tangent goes from negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. All right? Its length is only pi long. If you remember, the length of sine and cosine was 2 pi long. And you find a period of tangent by doing the absolute value of pi over b. Okay, so I created a chart for you. From your unit circle, you're going to look at the values. Remember that tangent is y over x when you're looking at those coordinates. So if we go to negative pi over 2 on our unit circle, remember that just means you go backwards. So we would end up at 3 pi over 2. My y is negative 1, and my x is 0. So if you recall, anything over 0 is undefined. Okay? Undefined. Sorry, I had to flip the computer. Let's go to negative pi over 4 on our unit circle. So that means we would be at 7 pi over 4. And we see that our y is negative square root of 2 over 2, and our x is square root of 2 over 2. If we divide those two, we just end up with negative 1. At 0, our coordinates are 1, 0. So that means y over x would be 0 over 1, which is just 0. At pi over 4, we have square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. Divide those two, you simply get 1. And at pi over 2, our coordinates are 0, 1. So that would mean we have 1 over 0, y over x. And again, we would get undefined. Okay? The good news about this is if you've been going too fast, which I might be, I apologize, you can always pause me. Could do that in the classroom, could you? Okay, so let's plot those points. I started our graph with units, but I didn't mark them all. Not sure why. We'll do it now. So negative pi over 2, we'll call this. Ooh, that's messy. Sorry. So that means each increment is pi over 4. So at negative pi over 2, tangent is undefined. If you remember back for a while now, it's probably been a little while since we did undefined. That means you have an asymptote there. Remember, your graph cannot cross that. All right. Sorry, not my best handwriting. Hopefully it'll get better. At negative pi over 4, I am at negative 1. At 0, I'm at 0. And then since we label like this, this would be pi over 2 here. And at pi over 4, then I'm up at 1. And at pi over 2, I'm undefined again. Remember, those are vertical asymptotes. You cannot cross them. Okay? So our graph of tangent will go left to right, and it'll look something like that. Easy enough. All right. Again, you can pause me. Yay. Let's move on to cotangent. Remember, cotangent's related to tangent. Cotangent is x over y. it has a different period as well. One period of cotangent goes from 0 to pi. So obviously it is pi long, and it is found by the absolute value of pi over b. Okay? Again, we're going to use our unit circle. We're looking for the coordinates x over y this time. So at 0, my coordinates are 1, 0. Right? 1, 0. So that means I'm undefined. At pi over 4, I'm square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. So that would just be 1. At pi over 2, my coordinates are 0, 1. So that means I would be 0 over 1, x over y. And so that means I'm at 0. At 3 pi over 4, just divide those two. Square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. 1's negative, so I would end up at negative 1. And at pi, I'm at negative 1, 0. So negative 1 over 0, again, I'm going to be undefined. Okay, let's plot those puppies. So at 0, I'm undefined. So I'm just going to put my asymptote a little off, but please realize it is, why is it messing with me? Realize that it really is on that line. I just want us to be able to see it. At pi over 4, I'm at 1. At pi over 2, I'm at 0. At 3 pi over 4, I'm at negative 1. And at pi, I'm back undefined. So remember, I can't cross those vertical asymptotes. Let's go left to right. Something like that. Boom. Boom. Okay. Hopefully you're still with me. I'm sad I can't see your faces. All right, let's move on to cosecant. We remember that cosecant is related to sine. So it's 1 over y. Its period is the same as sine, 0 to 2 pi. And its period is found 2 pi over b. Same as sine. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing we did. We're going to plot those points. I mean, not plot them yet. Sorry. Let's find them first, then we'll plot them. So at 0, on my unit circle, my coordinates are 1, 0. I'm looking for 1 over my y value. My y value is 0. Sorry, it's a little big. So there I'm going to be undefined. At pi over 2, I have 0, 1. So that would be 1 over 1. So at pi over 2, I'm at 1. Just using the 1 over y right here. So at pi, my y value is 0. So I would be back to 1 over 0 and undefined. At 3 pi over 2, 1 over y. So 1 over negative 1. 1 divided by negative 1. Negative 1. And back to 2 pi, I would have 1 over 0. So undefined again. So lots of asymptotes in this guy. Here we go. At 0, we're undefined. Again, I'm going to put that asymptote a little off the line just so we can know it's there. At pi over 2, I'm at 1. At pi, I'm undefined again. 3 pi over 2, I'm down here at negative 1. And at 2 pi, I'm undefined again. Okay? And so now, I'm going to make you think, oh gosh, watch out. Get a highlighter. I changed my highlighter up there. And I want you to graph one period of the sine function. So something like that. Oh, that's a really fat highlighter. Oh well. Okay, one period of sine. Please realize this is not part of the cosecant graph. But I want us to put it in there so we can have a visual. Because cosecant, pretend like you can't touch sine except at this point. So it goes like this, and it goes like this. Okay? So see what I mean? Like see sine in there? How can I do this? There we go. See the sine graph in there? It's only going to touch at those 2 points. But this is the way, how you know which way your graph of cosecant goes. I don't know what that thing is in the middle. Oh well, hopefully it doesn't mess us up. All right, last one. Secant. We remember that secant is 1 over x, or r over x if you remember, but r is 1. Remember, secant is related to cosine. It has the same period as cosine, and it's still found 2 pi over b. All right, now let's go back and find these values using our unit circle. So 1 over x. So at 0, x is 1, so 1 over 1, 1. At pi over 2, 1 over x, so 1 over 0, 1 over 0, so at pi over 2, I'm undefined. That was messy, sorry. At pi, x is negative 1, so 1 divided by negative 1, negative 1. At 3 pi over 2, x is 0, so 1 over 0, so undefined again. And at 2 pi, 1 over 1, so at 1. All right, let's go graph those. So 0, I'm up here at 1. Pi over 2, I'm undefined. At pi, I'm at negative 1. 3 pi over 2, undefined. And 2 pi, I'm up at 1. So now secant is related to cosine. Get your highlighter again. And I want you to put the cosine graph in there. Oops, I missed a spot. I wonder if I can make that thinner. I'll have to play with that. And now I just want to get the video up for you today so we can get to work. Okay? All right, so we put our graph of cosine in there. And so just to kind of help you see which way this graph of secant goes. And so that is really one period of secant from 0 to 2 pi. Sorry, Captain, be quiet. My dog. But realize these really do continue like this, okay? They don't just end there, but I just wanted us to absolutely just see at least one period of secant. Okay, so just realize they continue. Okay? All right, so maybe that was a little fast. I'm sorry. Good news is you can pause me and go back and reread or re-listen or whatever, rewatch, I guess, any part you missed. So your assignment is, I lost that page. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, before I write the assignment. So these are your 4 parent graphs of these, of tangent, cotangent, secant, cosecant. The only thing you're going to do to them today, and I posted a reference sheet. If you still don't have yours, they were either blue or green, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember. But it has the transformations page. It was a little half sheet in class. I will post another one as well on the resources page. All you're going to do today is you're going to have an A value. Remember, your A value just vertically stretches or shrinks your graph, and your A value could reflect it. Those are the only transformations that are in your graphs today. I'm looking through my notebook. Yes, those are the only transformations, okay? So you're going to graph the parent function and then show the transformation by stretching, by vertically stretching it, okay? I don't know if I need to write the assignment here, but I will, just for fun's sake. It's posted all over. And I put up a copy of the book, too, the book page, all on focus on that resources tab. So, good luck. Email me. I gave you a phone number you could call me or text me on as well. All that's on focus. You gotta let me know what's going on, guys. I don't know how this is going. Let me know. Good luck. Thank you.